Alright, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and good evening. This is African Crypto Warlord. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for liking and subscribing the last video. I hope that it was useful. As we left off from that 40 cent region to now be at 51.69. So we'll give a little bit of an update on what we're going to look today is 21 day, 14 day, 7 day, 3 day, or 5 day, 3 day, 24 hours. From 24 hours, we're going to put on a cone. On the 6 hour, we're going to put on a cone. And on the 1 minute, we're going to put on a cone. I have them all set up here. Alright, so first thing we're going to look into is the direction of volatility and if it's going to tell us that we're going to continue higher. So the general target was, I don't know, I think it was 113, and that was somewhere up here. Obviously, we will look for failure on the way there. So what stops it is the general question. And if it stops it, where does it go? So the first target market to come and look for maybe a short or quick little scalp, or to take some profits if you've been holding from down here, if you haven't taken profits already, we'll be looking at a region of 58.74 cents. Obviously, this line moves every 21 days, so you can look for a range of 58.61 to just call it 58 cents. Okay, so the 21 day is saying we're going sideways. 14 day is telling us we're going contraction. Whilst negatively correlated means yes, this looks sketchy bongos, but it means there's positive drift. It means there's positive float. So which opens, so the new 14 day prints in 9 hours time, and it should still be printing positive drift. So the general idea is any shorts coming in are getting bought up. Okay, then we'll just go to XRP USDT. Sorry, I can't see so well with the keyboard with the little mask on over here. Okay, so 14 days also matched up on Binance. So now that we're on Binance, we'll shuffle to the 7 days. So we have sideways. I like to write this down. Sideways, up. What do we have here? We have contraction. That's up. Okay, and your general target, if it does hold this region, well, it'll break to the upside if it clears the JMA at 5.2 on the dot, and its mean reversion point is 5.540. Obviously, we've tried to target that once before. Alright, the reverse side of the 7 days, 74 cents, 2.6. You can look at it. That is a limiting range. So even as much hype comes out, that will be a stop. Given this hasn't had a nice clean signal to say sell to the downside, as to me we didn't make a perfect touch in this region. So we still have some positive drift coming through the book, which is keeping us above this JMA line over here, the 5 day. There's some bad div coming in, but because of the positive drift, it's going to take longer to play out, right? So Super Scalp is having its first mean reversion. What you look for continuation to the downside is if this candle closes below one of these lines, that will naturally print that through. So you want to follow down from 50.17 to 50.57. It'll be a dodgy range to look out for. The 3 day. 3 days looking pretty good, to be honest. It's contracting with positive drift, which will more than likely push us up into 5.446, which is denying mean reversion here. So you've seen mean reversion come through and the market went up. Why is that? That's because returns, yes, they're decaying to the downside, but that's because we had huge 2 candles in which is still in our data set. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So another 2 candles, and these 2 candles move out of our data set, and then we can get a better weighting of what's going on the 3 day. But for now, it's positive drift into this line, 5.4, 5.8. If it closes above there, you'll see mean reversion play on the RO. Contraction, same thing. So even though we do have a doji, it's sort of triggered itself into positive drift with the jump. And now we have the 24 hour, and what I'm going to do is contraction. So that's sideways. Currently, we have the higher term, the faster moving guy telling us get ready for the short. Meanwhile, the other one's saying, the lower term moving one is saying positive drift. Okay, now we're going to pop it onto this. So this is our cone for the daily. Alright, let me just turn this off. And what we can observe here is any closes above or below these lines, we look for continuation. So our general target region, we're just going to mark out. Hopefully this crosses over with everyone in the system so we can check. So that's our daily range, our daily cones range. Okay, so failure at any one of these points, you look for continuation in the trend. So if it gets below here, you look for some mean reversion down at 3752. If it holds above here, then you're obviously looking for a touch at 5575. We've pulled up this region a little bit earlier before. Okay, so let's just go throw up our reverse wave trend, see where she's sitting. She's sitting all the way down here. So we've had a few touches. If it does fail here, we're coming to this mean first, and more than likely we'll look for some negative price action. And what's this? 2, 4, 6. So that's three days from now. Okay, 3 days from now when when reverse wave trend crosses through PB cone. So then now we'll go to the 12-hour. Actually, what I'll do is I'll leave that one on. I'll shuffle through this one until we get to the 6-hour. Okay. So our 12-hour is saying contraction, 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 a little bit of positive drift coming through the book, even though it is a bit wicky here. We're seeing a lot of positive drift, right? There is now, with this micro movement, a little bit of triggering to the downside. So let's see anything on the lower term time frames that's going to help mean revert this play to the downside to, let's just call it 4996. Okay, so 12-hour. Then we'll move on to the 6-hour. So that's the daily. Here's the 6-hour cone. Same thing applies. Alright. So as you can see here, the 6-hour cone levels. We'll change the color to orange. 6-hour cone levels. Alright. In this region. And then we're going to go play on the 3-hour. So 6-hour is saying... Come on, 6-hour is saying positive drift, which is keeping us above that cone. That's the 24-hour. Sorry, it's positive drift is keeping us above that cone. Here's this time frame as the 6-hour. No more flashes. Sorry, this one now I'm getting a bit flustered. There we go. Expansion, looking for some expansion to the upside. First super scalper is saying that it's got some significant negative drift coming through the book. But so it's a sort of 50-50 weighting because that is significantly negatively correlated. Now we go back to 3-hour. 3-hour is expanding, and that is expanding to the downside. Contraction significantly positively correlated. So I'm going to be maybe looking for a short to this mean if we don't close above reverse wave trend. That's perfectly fine. 90-minute. What do we have here? We have contraction. That's sideways for now. 45-minute. That's sideways, so that can play through to the downside. I should get on this maybe. Let's have a looky see. And 45-minute is contracting, negatively correlated. That's float up. 30-minute. We have some expansion to the upside. So general idea being is you start closing above 5204. Look for continuation rip to the upside. 15-minute. Wants to fold over into expansion. A little bit sloppy chips here because we've hit reverse wave trend. Hit an outlier event. Only way this continues is if this line now continues through the outlier event. And then the 5-minute. And then we'll put on the 1-minute cone. And then the 1-minute cone can just be for like the next 4 hours. Any one of those ranges we'll pull out. And seeing as we're this low, you'll have a daily VRE level and your reverse wave trend daily VRE level in this region over here. And your general idea being is you close above daily VRE level, you look for continuation to the upside. Come in, hit one of our fancies, basing off of a whole bunch of JMAs in this region here. JMAs, power means and JMAs. And yeah, put it on the 1-minute, and we are back at the mean, which lines up with the VRE mean, pretty much. That's what it's smoked here. So we're going to look for continuation through the daily mean. Obviously, if we keep candles above this little orange line that you can see here, we're going to turn. So just for immediates for now, you can go looking to scalp for anything from here. I'll say to this VRE is 1.7, and then obviously this range, so that's a short scalp down if you want to take that scalp. But that's a 0.4% chance, but general idea being is maybe later on in the day, like 3 hours, 1 hour and 45 minutes from now, 1.75%. So otherwise we get stuck in here, we look to break out, and those will be any of my targets that I look to scalp for. Obviously we close candles below this region here, I'll be looking to get some short in, maybe tag and take profits quick at any one of these levels on the way down. I hope this was helpful. Let's just go XRPBTC, considering that we're here. And yeah, if you guys have stuck out this long, I appreciate it. Yeah, I do this to keep myself in check and to obviously show you guys the tools I'm using to figure out how to invest and how to trade in the crypto market. So we have daily XRP BTC pairing mean is a bit higher, which will match up with our current observation. We came in and tried to test our previous daily mean. Weekly and monthly are down here. That's quite far away. What you sort of want to do is maybe throw up like a cone, and if you're still here, we'll throw up a 15-minute cone. We'll do a little bit of a cheat code. Have we got a new cone in the region? No new cone in the region. So a doctor and myself, we like to trade these cones, you know, on the 15-minute. Man's doing very well for himself. Gucci bag, fam. There we go. That looks like it will be another 60. So we'll go to 35. Go 235, and then we'll just base off some general regions for here. It's gonna be a bit, maybe it's on the dot. We'll find out. Nearly. Okay, should be like another 8. One back. There you go. And hopefully this video is still relevant by the time it uploads. That's on the money, that's on the money, and your general idea is that's your mean reversion point. Look for failure, look for bounce, and new market trend. If you close below that guy, you close below this guy, you're going to look for continuation into this region. As you can see, it's matching up with here. The previous higher high is this cone level here, which is not marked out for simple reasons, easier to identify these things. And upside there, general idea being if it gets skewed and doesn't close above here, we'll look for here, this region here, and in this region, if they hold above here, there'll be a bull div to try push us into this region. Hope that was helpful. Ciao Bella, 24-hour cone is this one, and that is what we are looking to hold above with the JMA. If you open and close above JMA, you look for continuation to 5561. You close below, you obviously come into this region and then start trying to target reverse wave trend at 46 cents, 46.83. Ciao Bella, much love. Thank you for like buttoning and smashing the subscribe button with your face.